Judge Dredd America. This audiobook is marketed as America, but it's that famous storyline and so much more. It also includes several selected storylines from the epic Democracy story arc, which played out over 5 years or so in the Judge Dredd strip. Specifically, the audiobook features the following storylines. Letter from a Democrat is featured in Judge Dredd The Complete Case Files number 9. Revolution is featured in Judge Dredd The Complete Case Files number 11. America is featured in the Judge Dredd America graphic novel. The Devil You Know and Twilight's Last Gleaming, and both of those are featured in the Complete Case Files number 16. So where to start? America is widely regarded as one of the finest Judge Dredd stories, probably most notable for how the character of Judge Dredd, who is more normally depicted as being a tough but fair character who's capable of acts of constant heroism, is suddenly shown to be the bad guy in his own strip. I seem to recall hearing that John Wagner had become concerned that readers weren't quite getting that the Justice Department and judges like Dredd were fascist in nature, and he decided he wanted to turn the tables, showing, at least in some occasions, how awful life must have been for Megacity 1's everyday citizens, constantly living in fear of the brutal judges. This excellent audiobook collects not only that America tale, but a selection of other notable stories of a similar tone, all of which create a coherent single story, charting the citizens' rising calls for a return of democracy to Megacity 1. It's a really great rug pull that the enemy Dredd faces in this story are the very people he's supposed to protect, that the little people of Megacity 1 present a threat to the Justice Department that's every bit as deadly as supernatural enemies like the Dark Judges. If the judges lose control, it really is the end for Dredd. The writing is some of the best to feature in the strip in its 44 years, and you really do feel sorry for the citizens as the judges dig the dirt, bully and discredit those leading the charge for democracy. Often depicted as crazies or bored perps, the citizens in these stories are far more sympathetic and believable, and for once they have you hoping that Dredd will fail. Joseph Fiennes plays Judge Dredd, and I really enjoyed his take on the character. He has a lighter delivery than most fans might expect after hearing Carl Urban and Sylvester Stallone's gruff and gravelly versions of Dredd. But after a while I thought that there was a hint of Clint Eastwood about Fiennes' Dredd. Wholly appropriate, I think you'll agree, for the future cop who was partly inspired by Dirty Harry. One thing which I really appreciated about Fiennes' performance was that there was a real sense of intelligence to his Dredd that perhaps wasn't showcased in the films. The Dredd of the strip does get it wrong sometimes, but overall he is as sharp as a tack, and that came across in the adaptation, actually making Dredd seem even more dangerous and unpleasant when he's trying to quash the peaceful demonstrators. He should be better than this. As mentioned in my general review, the music is very good. It's an evocative soundtrack of dark 80s synth, creating a fittingly grim atmosphere for one of Dredd's darkest tales. The sound design was inspired, with my highlight being the roar of those Lawmaster bikes on patrol. Overall, it's a fantastic adaptation.